Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Boom goes the dynamite from Edo Farina here. The following image shows Ripple employees like Rosie Rios, Chris Larson, and several others connected to the Fed, the US Treasury, the WEF, and the most important financial institutions all around the world. So I got to give credit to its coach FO here. I guess it was him who originally created this infographic. An interesting little diagram just to kind of quickly give us the connections of where these Ripple employees were before they were working at Ripple. Of course, you guys can see here on the left-hand side, they all have connections to XRP, and some of them include Rosie Rios, Craig Phillips, Michael Warren, Susan Athey, Michael Barr. We've got an array here, 4 people, and there wasn't enough space to put all their names in there. Sandy O'Connor, we got Chris Larson, Norman Reed, Karen Gifford, Gene Sperling, Marcus Treacher, Marjan Delantine, Mary Jo White, and Jess Chang, just to name a few. So this isn't even all the Ripple employees. You can see they all have a connection to Ripple and XRP, but take a look at this, guys. All these government branches for US government specifically, and even over here, we can see there is even SWIFT connections, there's IMF connections, World Economic Forum connections, and more. So some of these branches of government include the DOJ, the Department of Homeland Security, the White House specifically, and the Treasury Department of the United States. So, we know these connections have been building, they've been mounting, we've been researching them for years now, but I just thought this was a nice little infographic just to kind of brush up on where these Ripple employees have worked before working at Ripple. So wanted to thank Edo Farina and its coach FO here on Twitter just for bringing that up. I mean, it's no surprise we're seeing more partnerships, more building on the XRP ledger specifically. This one from XRP Healthcare, guys. A new partnership announcement for them. XRP Healthcare Africa partners with Barati Investment Group, creating a dream team to reform the multi-billion-dollar African healthcare sector. So I'm sure, healthcare in Africa is probably not as good as, we've had it in the West for many years. The collaboration, though, will consolidate the highly fragmented African healthcare market by pursuing mergers and acquisitions of small and medium-sized private healthcare businesses that align with its strategic vision, with Uganda and East Africa being the first point of interest. The partnership is poised to achieve exponential growth and create a profitable and sustainable healthcare system. So, really looking to, level the playing field in the African continent. Existing partners include Faster Capital, run by acclaimed investor Hashem Zreik. They've already given their backing to raise capital for the M&A activity to be pursued by the official partnership between the Barati Investment Group and XRP Healthcare Africa. The formidable partnership aims to attain a $1 billion valuation while positing themselves as the leading healthcare provider and researcher. And guys, they're looking to do this by the year 2026. And they've chosen the Barati Investment Group for their expert knowledge of East Africa's healthcare terrain and its ambitious plans for the African continent, which now plans to pursue together with XRP Healthcare Africa to maximize profits and shareholder value. And guys, you can read more here. There is a link in this tweet thread that I will link in the description of this video. So huge news here coming from XRP Healthcare. Wrath of Kahneman also bringing this up with regards to PAPSS. Now, they just signed an MOU with the African Securities Exchange Committee, and PAPSS, which is the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, has connections to MFS Africa, which indeed is Ripple enabled through on-demand liquidity. So them and the African Security and Exchange Association have signed a memorandum of understanding to enhance collaboration and cooperation in promoting cross-border payments of capital market infrastructure in Africa. So their primary focus here, guys, is on cross-border payments. Payments take a long time to complete. As we know, they're expensive since the existing environment necessitates the use of correspondent banks outside of the continent and are done in foreign currencies, usually the USD and the Euro. Because of this, African Export and Import Banks and the African Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat Development, PAPSS, which enables instant cross-border payments in local currencies through this umbrella of ASEA with 9 exchanges and a combined market cap of $1.5 trillion. PAPSS provides an opportunity as the payment system to further enhance the African exchange linkages, a flagship project at ASEA to facilitate cross-border trading and securities in Africa. So, knowing that they have that MFS partnership and knowing that Ripple has recently forged that partnership with MFS Africa, now using ODL on-demand liquidity through the XRP ledger, leveraging XRP for these cross-border payment purposes. It is interesting to note that they are now connected with this portion of African payment services. So just down here, I wanted to read this. So this partnership is a demonstration of our commitment to driving trade flows and economic growth in Africa. Through our collaboration, we aim to create a reliable and efficient payment system that will enable investors to easily trade across different stock exchanges on the continent continent. Our immediate task is to create a workforce between PAPSS and ASEA as soon as possible to identify ways to facilitate the transfer of funds across these member exchanges. So that's the other thing too, right? In Africa, every single country still has their local fiat currency, and if you're not living in that country, generally, you're not using those currencies. And, these countries do not have huge economies. So what kind of problem does that end up creating? Well, it creates that main problem that Ripple has been trying to solve from the beginning. The exotic corridors, the currencies that don't have the liquidity. Africa is like a perfect example of a continent that could utilize XRP for liquidity. And this is why the MFS partnership was such a big deal. So huge news here, guys. Pan-African payment and settlement system linked to MFS Africa, a Ripple partner now in talks to create a more seamless experience for cross-border payments across the entire continent of Africa. So wanted to thank Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. Also just wanted to bring this to your attention, guys. Another Ripple scam incoming. This one brought to our attention by Ian Binns here. So if you guys are getting emails or notes, or I don't know, sometimes they try to target us on Twitter. If you're getting this kind of a message here, welcome to the XRP token allocation program, guys. This is a scam. Do not click on any links here. Do not click on registered accounts or anything like this. And, if you are getting it through Twitter, for example, you can report the account that is doing this. So they're pretending to be Ripple team here. As you guys can see, the email address does not line up with any kind of Ripple domain name. s.magimix.com. That is totally a scam. Just be careful, guys. Be prudent. Do not send anybody your XRP, especially if they're promising you more XRP in return or any kind of prizes or anything really. And again, always keep your cryptocurrency safe on a cold wallet storage solution because these scammers are getting crafty. Any way to part you from your cryptocurrency, they are going to try to do. So keep it on cold storage. Don't give anybody your private keys. I personally use the Ledger Nano, and I do have an affiliate link in the description of the video. You can use my link if you want to purchase a Ledger Nano. Maybe you're still looking for an option. You can use my link. You don't have to use it though. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. So wanted to thank Ian Binns for posting that. Another one here, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman, another Ripple user, Pipple, and I think we've clarified this is pronounced People, not Pipple. They're rolling out a micro investment in Africa. So more African news deploying in Kenya, and this platform is specifically for self-employed entrepreneurs and micro SMEs in Africa. And oh yeah, look at that. Even here, they're saying it is pronounced people. The international payment technology and financial services provider using blockchain in its core systems announced the commercial rollout of its social micro investment platform for self-employed entrepreneurs and micro SMEs in Africa. So they're rolling this out in Kenya to begin. A Pan-African mobility network connecting tuk-tuk operators across 47 countries. So People's platform will accelerate the digitization of these operators via People's virtual debit cards, which will directly and positively impact TTON's growth, which is in fact, again, the tuk-tuk operators network. So we're seeing another partnership here, guys, with Ripple-enabled People. The partnership and rollout follow a significant 13 months for People. The company's revenues tripled in a 4-month period from October 2022 to January 2023. So think about that. Revenue from this Ripple-enabled company tripling from the fourth quarter of 22 to the early first quarter of 2023. So inclusive, and we're 8 times greater than 2021. So just demonstrating how much this has grown since 2021, 8x growth. Okay, this revenue upsurge bookended a year of notable operations, KPIs, the company's app 2.0 launch in 8 different languages. Its prepaid card was transacted at 30,000 different merchants across 150 countries and 100 different currencies. So People, guys, also handled over 1 million customer chats. We're really seeing these partnerships ramp up. Ripple-enabled companies like People really taking it to the max, leveraging the technology as much as possible. And again, Africa, and I guess in this case, Kenya specifically, still relatively untapped in terms of, economic infrastructure. And so this is where these companies are really seeing benefits for this Ripple-enabled technology. So more great news here. Again, wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman just for letting us in on that. Now, moving out of Africa and into Asia, guys, this one coming from a 2023 brand new report coming out of Hong Kong, a report on virtual asset service providers, or VASPs. And guess what, guys? They are citing Ripple as an investment instrument for banking. FSRG Virtual Asset Series, Hong Kong legal and regulatory overview, fund management regulations, trends and opportunities, and central bank digital currencies. Again, brand new from this year, okay, coming out of Hong Kong. Not only that, guys, the Algorand Foundation is also mentioned in this document here, brought to us by the Algorand Foundation, this entire passage here. Now, if you guys didn't catch the video I did yesterday afternoon's video, we did get word to a brand new document was released from the WEF talking about climate initiatives with regards to blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And they did mention, again, they reiterated XRP, they did mention Algorand, and they did also mention HBAR in that WEF document, specifically focusing on crypto climate-friendly blockchains. Not only did they mention the XRP ledger, they also mentioned Ripple specifically in a different capacity. So if you guys didn't catch that video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Let's get back to this though. Hong Kong, ramping up crypto adoption from a Hong Kong perspective, although many have said the city is too late in the crypto game and is playing catch-up. In hindsight, Hong Kong has probably been correct in adopting a prudent approach to think through and roll out new virtual asset-related policy initiatives with tough lessons learned from other countries and the recent announcements of crypto-friendly initiatives and moves. Hong Kong is setting itself up for 2023. So Hong Kong obviously wanting to be on the cutting edge of technology here. And take a look at this, guys, investment instruments and asset classes. Here they give some examples. So store of value, they mention Bitcoin and Litecoin here. They talk about decentralized finance or DeFi, give some examples of some other cryptocurrencies. Infrastructure, they talk about Sol and Matic and Link and Ethereum. They talk about exchanges like Binance, entertainment, including NFTs, gaming, and the metaverse. So giving all kinds of different examples here. Data and cloud, they mention Filecoin. But down here for banking, they give the example of Ripple and no other company associated with banking in the new financial system. So, I mean, we know there are going to be other providers. We know, it's not just going to be one company or one cryptocurrency that moves all the money, in the banking sector. Nevertheless, I think it speaks volumes that they are listing Ripple and Ripple alone in this document. And if you guys are interested, I do have the PDF up here, which I will link in the description of the video. So huge moves happening, guys. Hong Kong citing Ripple as an investment instrument for banking. We've also got a lot of development happening in Africa as well. So which cryptocurrency project do you think is smart to be backing as we come forth, as the economy changes and a new financial system is on the rise? Wonder which one. Tell me down in the comments what you guys think, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.